Okay, in this instructional video, we'll assemble the floor and walls of a lifetime horizontal shed. Lay the first floor panel flat on the ground and place the second floor panel at an angle against the first so the tabs interlock. Slide the tabs on the second panel underneath the first panel and then lay the panel flat. Note, the Lifetime logo will be at the front of the shed. Now insert 2 screws into the divots in the floor panels to secure them together. Note, these screws do not anchor the shed, they simply serve to hold the panels together. Insert the tabs at the bottom of a rear wall panel into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th slots from the right rear corner of the floor assembly. Slide the panel to the left as far as it will go. Then insert the tabs at the bottom of a second wall panel into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th slots from the rear left corner of the floor assembly. Slide this panel to the right as far as it'll go. The border of the left panel goes behind the right panel. Align the 4 holes in the panels and secure the 2 panels together with screws. Note, these 2 panels are exactly the same. Either one can be used on the left or right side. Insert the tabs at the bottom of a rear corner panel into the first 2 slots at the right rear corner of the floor panel assembly. Slide the panel forward, then tilt the panel as you bend it to get it in front of the rear wall panel. Position the 2 tabs at the bottom of the panel over the slots in the floor and pull or push down on the panel to snap the 2 tabs into the slots. Secure the panel together with screws and repeat these steps for the left rear corner panel. Note that these 2 panels are exactly the same. Either one can be used on either the left or right side. Now insert the 3 tabs at the bottom of the right front corner panel into the slots along the right edge of the floor assembly. Slide the panel towards the rear and secure the panels together with screws. Note, the right front corner panel is different from the left. These 2 are not interchangeable. Now repeat this step for the left front corner panel. Tip the assembly on its back side and attach the 2 vertical support tubes together and ensure the hole in the center is facing up. Fold the front corner panels inward and insert the tube assembly into the holes in the bottom of the floor assembly and into the front corner wall panels. Slide the tubes into the panels until they hang out about 6 inches or so. Ensure the corners of the tube assembly are square and use an electric drill to insert a self-drilling screw into the tubes to secure them together. Note, this step cannot be done with a hand screwdriver, and it's okay if there is a space between the tubes. It's important the corners are square. Finish sliding the tube assembly into the corner wall panels, then flip the shed upright. Now attach the 2 horizontal support tubes. Place the support tube assembly down into the shed and align the holes in the tubes with those in the wall panels. First, insert the screws through the tubes and into the left and right walls. Next, attach the support to the rear wall panels using 6 more screws. Now use an electric drill to insert a self-drilling screw into the tubes at the location shown. Insert a self-drilling screw into each side of the tube assembly and into the small section of the front corner panels. Note, inserting self-drilling screws cannot be done with a hand screwdriver. Now secure the doorstop to the floor using 2 screws. Okay, in this instructional video, we'll assemble the left and right doors of a Lifetime horizontal shed. Lay the left door face down on a flat surface and set a support channel into the groove along the back of the edge of the left door and align the holes. Secure this channel using 4 screws. Note, although there are 8 holes in this channel, only 4 holes are used in this step. Set a support channel into the groove along the opposite edge of the left door and align the holes. Secure this channel using 6 screws. There are 6 small holes in this channel and all are used in this step. Now turn the door on its edge and align the holes in a hinge with the divots on the side of the door. The chamfered side of the holes must face away from the door. Insert 2 screws for the holes in the hinge, the door, and through the 2 holes in the support channel on the back of the door, and repeat this step for the second hinge. Now flip the door on its back and attach the handle pieces to the door using the required hardware. The keeper stop fits over the tab on the channel on the back of the door and into the notch in the channel. Secure it to the door with 1 screw. Now let's work on the right door. Slide the support tube into the hole at the bottom of the right door until it hangs out about 6 inches. Insert the end cap into the end of the tube and gently push the tube into the door until the cap is flush with the bottom of the door. Note, if the hole is a tight fit for the tube and you must use a rubber mallet to insert it, do not insert the end of the cap until the tube is almost completely inserted into the door. Then gently tap the tube with the end cap inserted into the door. Use an electric drill to insert a self-drilling screw to secure the tube in place. Align the 4 holes in this support channel with those in the right door and secure the channel using 4 screws. Discard the retainer ring around the lock and lock the lock so the latch is extended, and align the latch with the depression in the latch knob. Insert the lock into the knob. Position the latch so it faces the bottom of the door and secure the lock assembly to the door using the hardware provided, but do not over-tighten. Insert the curved end of the latch rod through the hole in the latch plate. Secure the latch plate to the locking mechanism using the 3 screws. Secure the 2 rod guides to the door to hold the rod in place. Now attach the handle pieces to the door using the hardware required. Flip the door on its edge. Align the holes in a hinge with the divots on the side of the door. Note, the chamfered side of the holes must face away from the door. Insert 2 screws for the holes in the hinge, the door, and through the 2 holes in the support channel on the back of the door. Repeat this step for the second hinge. Use an electric drill to attach the right door to the shed using self-drilling screws. Repeat this step for the left door. Alright, in this instructional video we'll assemble and install the lid of a Lifetime horizontal shed. Lay the 2 lid halves upside down on a flat surface and set the edge of the right lid over the edge of the left lid. Align the 6 holes along the center edges and secure with screws. Attach the keeper to the end of one of the 2 lid supports with bolts and nuts. Now attach the second lid support to the keeper. Insert the left end of the lid support assembly all the way into the slot in the upper left corner of the lid. Rotate the assembly downward and insert the right end of the assembly into the right slot. Push the supports behind the ridges on the lid. Lightly insert a screw through the 2 oval holes in the lid support and into the lid. Note, do not completely tighten these screws. You may need to adjust the supports to the right or left later on. Now set the center lid hinge down onto the lid assembly and secure with 4 screws. Note, the 2 tabs on the hinge fit into the notches in the lid. Attach 2 ball studs to the left hinge and tighten securely. Note, the 2 ball studs face opposite directions. Insert the end of the left hinge into the notch in the lid and rotate the hinge downward. Align the 4 holes in the hinge with the notches in the lid and secure with screws. Now attach 2 ball studs to the right hinge and tighten securely. Note, the 2 ball studs face opposite directions. Insert the end of the right hinge into the notch in the lid and rotate the hinge downward. Align the 4 holes in the hinge with the notches in the lid and secure with screws. Rotate the hinges so they are perpendicular to the lid and place them down onto the rear wall and inside the side walls of the shed. Align the 3 holes and secure. Do not over-tighten. Secure the center hinge to the rear of the wall panels using 3 screws. The ends of the gas spring can be rotated to align them with the ball studs on the hinge. Snap the ends of the gas spring onto the ball studs. Close the left door and completely open the right door, and then close the lid. From the inside of the shed, ensure the keeper is centered over the keeper stop. If necessary, gently tap the keeper to the right or left to align it. Once aligned, secure the lid supports to the lid using the screws provided, and then tighten the 2 screws in the oval holes.